NetMap is a method that helps you achieve your goals in complex, confusing, unclear environments. And there's a number of things that you need to understand. And one of them is to understand the complexity from different perspectives. If you look at, let's say, Arab Spring, it probably looked completely different whether you were Mubarak, whether you were an activist on the ground, whether you're an American journalist. All of you have different perspectives, and it's not that one is more or less true than the other, it's just that the world looks different from different sides. And you want to understand the power play and the formal and informal networks involved. I think that's especially important if you come into a situation from the outside and you don't even know how in the country or in the social setting you go to, power is played and who the friends and who the relatives of the powerful people are that you might want to work with. But even in your own organization, understanding the informal networks, understanding who gets influential how, can really help you make or not make a good step forward. You want to understand the bottlenecks and the reasons for success and failure. One thing that I see when I work with organizations is that a lot of people, when they fail, they assume it's because they haven't tried hard enough, so they try harder with the same strategy. And it's like banging your head against the wall, just harder, instead of looking for the door. And you just think, if you bang it hard enough, the wall will give in. So I think it makes much more sense to look for the door.
We had a very nice experiment.
You banged someone's head against the wall?
Worse, you were trying to balance some nails. They were able to do it, the others left.
Yeah, that's another option, to just leave. You want to understand what are the best networking strategies. And now, when I say networking, I don't mean just Facebook strategies, but any networking, whether it's having lunch with someone or any social interactions can be seen as networking. Potential coalitions, and in the end what you want to do is to use the complexity instead of being overwhelmed. Because the idea is, if you really understand a complex system and you understand where the movers and shakers are, it's to your advantage instead of just sitting there being paralyzed by the fact that you don't even know where to start. The core questions that you need to understand to do this is, first, who is involved? Who are the actors? What are their goals and motivations? What drives them? And they don't have to share your goals to push for your cause. If you find goals that you can share, or if you find ways of framing your story, as we heard before, in a way that makes sense to others, that's enough. How are they linked with formal and informal links? And how strongly can they influence whatever outcome you're looking for? What are the crucial strengths and bottlenecks in this system? And in the end, what shall we do about it? So these are the questions that you can answer by doing NetMap, and you can answer these questions for basically any challenge that involves multiple actors and conflicts and different goals of actors. NetMap is participatory, even though you can also just do it alone. I do regular NetMaps for my own business development, just sitting at home alone, thinking about who can influence that I'm more successful in the future and have less failures in the future. It's based mainly on social network analysis, which is a huge field of research that you can get completely lost in if you want to. It's really exciting. Power mapping and stakeholder analysis. And I've used it for strategic planning and facilitation, a lot of monitoring and evaluation, and for research in a more traditional sense.